is normal in movies like The Abandoned Ship, Lifeboat, and The Deep for ships and boats to get lost in the midst of water. However, this is not just part of fiction. These were common occurrences during the 16th, 17th, and 18th centuries. Not having a method of calculating their current longitude was the major reason for this. We are living in a day and time where latitudes and longitudes are unimportant. But for sea explorers during that era, this was a matter of life and death. They often get trapped within the expanse of water. Some of them find land to take shelter, but others starve till their death is finally in sight. To solve this and make exploration easier, the British government established a new body called the Board of Longitude in 1714. It encouraged scientists and inventors to find a solution to the longitude problem by giving out a maximum of £20,000 in cash to the best solution found. This money is worth 4.1 million in today's cash. There were two main approaches to solving this problem. One was by finding a mathematical solution, which was called the lunar distance method for the longitude calculation. Building an accurate timepiece was the other approach. However, the functioning of this watch shouldn't be affected by the changing atmospheric conditions. Sir Isaac Newton dismissed the idea of making this watch as he thought it was extremely impossible. However, an English clockmaker with the name John Harrison decided to take this as a challenge. With his self-learned knowledge of making clocks, he decided to construct a watch with a wooden mechanism. Therefore, it could be more resistant to gravitational changes during sea exploration. He also employed various methods to reduce time inaccuracies. George Graham, who was Britain's leading clockmaker, was impressed with his idea. Therefore, he helped John Harrison by loaning him some money to cover his manufacturing costs. After 5 years of hard work and determination, Harrison and his brother James made their first contribution to the board. This clock was called H1. It worked well without the need for lubrication. However, during one journey, this timepiece did lose some time as it ran. Also, this model needed to be more accurate to fit the needs of the board's requirements. Therefore, Harrison had more work to do. However, the board did give him some money to resume his efforts. Meanwhile, the people working on the lunar distance method were having a terrible time finding the perfect formula. Sir Isaac Newton sadly passed away before being able to do so. After that, Neville Maskelyne was the main man who led the project. After a few years, he did become a big rival of Harrison. John Harrison did take about 20 years to build two more versions of the H1, which were more compact and accurate. However, he still could not craft the decisive model of the sea clock. It was because of its size and not reaching the accuracy wanted by the board. This was when he met the clockmaker named Thomas Mudge. He did make smaller clocks that did hold time as accurate as the ones made by Harrison. Throughout this meeting, Harrison learned the techniques used by Mudge and thus began his process of reconstruction. After years of learning and applying the knowledge, he created a capable sea watch called H4. It had a mere 13 cm diameter, which was extremely small compared to his older models. It was also more accurate. Moreover, this watch could run for 30 hours without winding due to its extensive power reserve. However, Harrison had a strong contender for the top prize of the board. It was Neville Maskelyne, who had found a way to calculate the longitude mathematically. The final test was therefore between H4 and the lunar distance method. But H4 was found victorious due to its higher practicality. However, Harrison was just given £10,000 for his efforts, and the board decided to give the rest only if he explains the working of the watch. But as an innovator, he did not want the working of his invention to be public knowledge. This destroyed his relationship with the board, and court trials followed. However, for his great effort, John Harrison was rewarded generously by the Parliament. In the subsequent years, explorers like Captain James Cook used similar versions of the H4 for their voyages. So, by solving the longitude problem, John Harrison became the savior of thousands of explorers that came after him.